Engineering, particularly engineering project management, is all about understanding and addressing the constraints that control the critical pathways to project success. Time, cost, technology, labor, capital availability, and of course opportunity cost are always factors. But today there's another, sustainability. Now that word means many things to many people, but from a project management standpoint, sustainability can be thought of a little like Russian dolls. Designing a steel mill, for example, to minimize CO2 output may be the design goal of a project, but there's also the environmental impact of the construction of the mill to consider, and the environmental impact of the design and development activities that precede construction. Clear definitions of the desired sustainability outcomes, timelines to achieve them, and a well-defined pathway to that success are all essential. And this puts a premium on designers, managers, and the tools they use to minimize project risk. I talked with 3 global experts on this important issue. Take a look. What do we mean by sustainability from the perspective of engineering and infrastructure? And Rodrigo, can I throw that one in your court first?
For me, sustainability is indeed how we can ensure that next generations will have a world that at least is at the same level as we are today, right? That's the basic generic definition. But when we go into infrastructure and to Bentley systems, we focus, of course, in the infrastructure sector. And I think the most important aspect for us is to ensure that we lead with infrastructure in a way that we are able to manage, these 3 important aspects: the social, the environmental, and the economic aspects, in a way that you can ensure that you manage these trade-offs.
Is the general public perception roughly the same as the perception that we know it within industry about sustainability, or do you think the public have a different viewpoint?
I think universally the viewpoint is almost you go from sustainability meaning environment, and environment equals carbon, just like Rodrigo had talked about. True sustainability absolutely includes carbon. It also includes creating great products and services that work for the people who use them in an equitable way. And if we get that right, then we're just talking about great quality design. We're providing great products, regardless of the engineering that we're doing for the people who are using them.
Certainly there is the historic inertia around how we develop infrastructure that is a burden, right? Sustainability is about doing things differently, recognizing that we need to change the way we do that. And infrastructure is a heavily regulated, very risk-averse industry, very code-compliant industry, and changing those systems of governance and systems of funding take time and take a lot of political motivation that sometimes is there or not. And is also very challenging when you have elected officials on a very short cycle. And again, in infrastructure, we're talking about very long-term planning and thinking, projects that may take 15 or 20 years to realize. So, we have a misalignment sometimes between what we know we need to do and how we're going to do it, and the governance systems and the political and the financial systems not really aligning with those incentives.